welcome to Three Fools One Brain Cell. We have Weymouth here with us today. He was supposed to be our guest, but now he's
A fool.
one of the co-stars for today because now we don't know where BGA is. We also have Venom, and I am Wrath. Today we're gonna be
RIP.
wait, what?
It's an RIP BGA.
Today we're gonna do a little bit different on the episode. We're gonna be more focused on the passing of Toriyama, more on his works. For Weymouth and me, Dragon Ball Z for the most part.
Was
Um,
life.
so hopefully, all right, let's
Like it was
mm,
on like it was really a shocking thing to actually hear. Like I got up that morning and I was just kind of walking around and your message came through and I'm like, all right, yeah, okay, yeah, and then it's just like, holy fuck, like this is a real thing. Like Toriyama just died.
yeah, kind of brought up the childhood. Sitting in front of the couch, watching Dragon Ball Z.
Like
Oh,
it was kind of surreal. Like it didn't happen. Like no. Because to honestly, like to me, like Toriyama is like way up there when it comes to like influencing on like everything in anime now.
He's one of the great legends.
Like if you were to like in this kind of field, if you were to create like a Mount Rushmore, he's definitely on it. It's almost like the kind of like the passing of like Stanley to an extent.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for Toriyama and Dragon Ball, anime would not have come over to the West as soon as it did. Like
uh,
I still think it would have came over. It would not have come over as soon as it did. It would have been slower.
well, a lot of animes were also, kind of based off of Toriyama's work too. So, like, honestly, it set the path for it as well.
Anime wasn't cool till Dragon Ball.
I'm sorry, it still wasn't cool in the major public
To be
until last
fair
10
though, like
years, man.
everybody watched Dragon Ball Z. Like I don't think there was anybody who denies that they watched Dragon Ball Z.
And long silent pauses. We're gonna work on those.
I was just kind of waiting,
I
like
had no
after my
rebuttal. I kind of figured maybe Venom was actually gonna finally put in some input. Um, but apparently he's still lost in his own little world, playing me to
I
death.
don't think. Nah, I don't like. I have to disagree with on it getting over here, making anime come to the U.S.
it was
sooner.
the pioneer to come here though. I don't think it would have taken off the way it did because it was definitely a
I
different
think.
culture. Like Dragon Ball was handled
I think it's
differently when it came
between
over.
him and. I honestly think it's between him and Miyazaki. Honestly, and I mean Akira was the first major, like widely known in the West, uh, uh, anime.
I still
And that
feel
dropped released here in the States in like '89.
and Dragon Ball came here too at that time.
Yeah.
It came very slowly, but it came here in that time too. Like there's anime. I'm not saying there's not animes that came with it, but it definitely was a help on a jump start to bring it here.
And there were animes before that as well, but that was I don't know. That's when the anime kind of took a big jump in the states, though.
Because then it ended up at some point it ended up on Toonami, and
Yeah,
then it just did the rehashing of consistently of the Sand Saga until they got a new episode over here of Namek. That was dreadful. Just constantly having to wait until the next episode got over here. We can move on from that. Like, when was the first time you watched like Dragon Ball? Did you watch Dragon Ball or Dragon Ball Z first?
Z, like most people.
I watched I watched Z first, and it was on Saturdays in the morning on W Kids.
Yeah, I think that.
Is what I remember watching it on. I'd sit on the couch with my bowl of kicks and watch it. And then I always got mad when it was over because then Hamtaro came on. Was not a fan of Hamtaro.
Fan of who?
Hamtaro?
Don't know who that is.
Hamtaro was an anime about hamsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of just
So
stay on track.
what's you guys' favorite sagas? I
Favorite
guess for Dragon
saga?
Ball Z. I guess I'm gonna really
Namek.
get the most out of this for Weymouth since I know this is like the biggest topic he ever wants to talk about for anime.
Uh, Namek. Like seeing the just how long it took to get through the Namek saga. Namek was probably the best, my favorite. And then obviously the introduction to Super Saiyan. Like the Cell saga was alright, but I don't know. I could watch through the Namek saga 100 times. So it would go Namek, Cell, and I
Oh, I
think I
guess
like the
maybe.
Boo saga more than I like the Sand saga. And just
You could
because
technically.
it in the Boo saga it does some callbacks to the Sand saga of Vegeta wanting to be the best Saiyan, like the strongest one. Just because of that. And the Goku and Vegeta fight.
You could also throw Dragon Ball and Super in there as well. I should have said just Dragon Ball in the whole.
Oh well. They still are the same. I like Super, but I Z has always been my favorite. Like if I would go into like Super, I wasn't necessarily a huge fan of the Tournament of Power. Like I liked it. I thought it was cool, but the thought of like a time limit that lasts longer than like normal time was just I don't know. I didn't like it. That aspect of it, and then just the power scaling, and it just didn't make sense. But that was
Man,
always a huge
power
problem with
levels
Dragon Ball.
haven't meant shit since the Cell Saga.
Well, I mean, like power scaling. Like, you can't tell me Krillin can go up against any of these guys. And he did. Like he fought quote unquote Goku in Super Saiyan Blue. Like, no. We all
Yeah,
know
but he
Krillin
fought
can't
with
do that.
intelligence, not skill. He knew he couldn't take him head on.
but he still did it, and they still made it look
Like,
like
like it's even explained. Even
I
Krillin
know.
explains that he didn't stand a chance. He had to outsmart him versus take him out versus power. Not everything's about power.
I
You could be the strongest being in any universe and still lose to the weakest if you don't have the. It's all about technique.
except for when you get one-shotted. And to
What
be fair,
about you,
Krillin
Grandma?
was the first person eliminated. On
I
in the
like
original.
the Piccolo saga. Honestly, I fucking Piccolo's always been my favorite character. Yeah.
King Piccolo. You know what? That always confused me. So you got, I'm sure it's a plot hole now, but you got Piccolo and Kami, right? They're supposed to be
Hmm.
connected.
Hmm.
So if Piccolo dies, Kami dies.
Hmm.
But Piccolo is just a spawn of King Piccolo. So why is Piccolo's
He's
death?
still King Piccolo.
No, no, no. He's just a spawn. Because if you go into the Namekian saga,
He's a different consciousness, but he is still King Piccolo.
yeah, but that
That's
doesn't make
why Kami
sense.
didn't die.
Yeah, but that didn't make sense though.
It does make sense.
Did
King
did they
Piccolo
explain how he did that?
is pretty much
Because
a reincarnation to an extent.
I mean, I guess I'm willing to accept that because I was just gonna go in my whole Namekian argument of like Guru. He brought most of the Namekians back to where they were, and when he died, they all didn't disappear. But
Hmm?
yeah, Guru,
Okay.
like he's like they birth themselves. Like they
Uh-huh.
all like make an egg, and there's a Namekian.
Yes.
So if Guru dies, shouldn't any Namekian he created disappeared?
No. All right. So how Kami and Piccolo worked was King Piccolo was the darkness in Kami,
Oh, okay, yeah,
and
okay,
Kami
yeah.
is
Now
the
it makes
good. They,
sense.
they are
Yeah,
one person.
yeah, it makes sense now because he created the offspring
He
of himself, and then yeah, okay, yeah,
Yeah, he cast out
that
his
makes more.
darkness, which birthed King Piccolo.
Yeah, that makes more sense now. But it it just to me
Kami used to
seemed like
be
a
a
plot hole.
dick.
Huh?
Kami used to be a dick. Kami used
Yeah.
to be Slug for the most part. If I remember that correctly, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he used to be a dick. Oh yeah, I was misremembering a lot of facts, I guess, but oh, it makes sense now. Because I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, wait, didn't shouldn't like if they birth another Namekian, shouldn't they disappear too? But yeah, no, makes sense now. But Wrath.
I honestly, I have to say the Saiyan saga.
The same. Is it
The
just
original Goku and Vegeta fight was
Hmm.
was the best, in my opinion. Even with, Yajirobe, Krillin, and Gohan, getting involved too, I thought it showed the might of the Saiyans at that time, between both of them, and, even with Gohan going Azaru as well.
I just I liked honestly the Sand Saga to an extent of it explained the like why Goku has a tail. Like when Raditz first showed up. That's what I kind of liked about that.
And then, see, Boo and Cell, they're in the same place with me. Vegeta gets all strong, and then he gets his fucking ass whooped.
Well, technically,
No.
Vegeta didn't get his ass whooped against Boo. He just kind of killed himself.
And then he got his ass whooped by Kid Buu.
Well,
So therefore, still got his ass whooped by Boo.
I mean,
Like,
yes,
yeah, but he didn't do nothing substantially adequate for anything, which sucks. Vegeta's my favorite character. I don't know. I just kind of like Vegeta's darker moments. You know, the old Vegeta. You know, the conflict between his darker self, but you know, at least having some kind of goodness. You know, still,
Yeah.
still, still kills off everybody, but you know, on
what's that?
the good side, but doing it the wrong way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, if you were to rank your top 3 characters, why?
Wow. Top 3 and
Yeah.
why?
Well, top 5 would take too long, so I figured top 3.
All right. Well, I guess I'll start. Vegeta be my number 1. Why? Because he's not the fucking goody goody two shoe. He will no second chances. You fuck up. You fuck with me. You die. Boom. I like that mentality of Vegeta. You fuck up. You die. You know whatever. Poor Nappa. Um, number 2 will probably have to be
Playwright should have been
Tenshinhan.
brought back by the Dragon Balls, but
I honestly I think TN is my number 2. Him just he's underrated. Like no
yeah.
love, you know, no love for him, but you know he's still you know second form Cell. You know he couldn't go toe to toe with him, but man he was like I'll put everything I got into putting your ass down for a minute.
I mean, that's what he basically essentially did. Like, the Kiho Ko, if I pronounce that right, is literally putting his life and essence into every attack. That's why he passed
Yep.
out at the end of it.
Yep. Um, and then my number 3. Oh shit. You know, I'm sorry. It has to be 17.
Yeah.
You
17
know,
is
and
like a solid 3,
that goes
though.
from Z to Super 18. I just I don't know. Kind of liked him, you know, just based on how he behaved. You know what I mean? And honestly,
I mean,
like
he had a
Mhm.
full character, like, arc almost. Like, Vegeta, like, he was an asshole at the start, and then befriended 16. Like, 16 had a love for animals, so once everything went through, and then he finally became a ranger at the end of it to protect animals in the memory of 16. Hello.
I had nothing to add. I figured after you were done, Venom was gonna do his list.
Uh, I would say definitely Piccolo for my top slot, just because I'm a fucking Piccolo slot. Um, Second, I'd probably have to go Frieza, because it's hard to get a good bad guy these days.
No, I agree. Frieza is definitely a
And
good one.
he like the way he was written was evil, and I love that shit.
That is true.
Um,
Frieza Saga was definitely the purest when it came to evil.
and then I'd say probably Mr. Popo.
Ooh, that's a swerve I never heard.
Hold on. Why Popo? I'm not saying it's a wrong answer or anything. I'm not judging on it. I want your reason why though.
I like Popo as an answer though.
Because he's a fucking badass martial artist, dude.
Yeah. Did you actually? So
Like he's just a fucking
if
badass.
you like watch like things about Popo, he was actually trying to teach Goku in the early days about autonomous Ultra Instinct. So he
Hmm.
Oh, so you
already,
saw that video too? Okay.
so he knows like a lot more than what he puts out.
That's fan theory though.
I'm pretty sure that was
Toriyama
confirmed.
never confirmed that. That's fan theory.
Mm,
Or at least I have not seen anything with Toriyama confirming that, I should
okay,
say.
yeah, you're probably
Like
right. But
he
if you just look at it though, like he's literally been around since how many Guardians of Earth?
Don't get me wrong. The theory of it makes sense. Don't get me wrong. It's
Yeah.
just it's not canon theory until
Well,
the creator says it is. You know.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Venom. What were you saying now?
I was just gonna say, like, I mean, if you wanted to go learn some fucking spicy shit in the Dragon Ball universe, you went to Popo.
Yeah. And to be fair, like when
Like,
Trunks and Goten like woke up and started attacking Popo, he blocked every hit.
yeah.
So like these are Super Saiyan children and he's blocking everything they do to him.
Effortlessly. I know he's one of the strongest beings. I'm positive that was referenced.
I liked Mr. Popo as an answer, even though he's not in my top three.
No, like I said, it's not wrong, and I don't disagree. Like, it's a good answer. I just wanted to know why, because I don't think many people would have said it.
Popo's the goat.
I just keep surprising you, Joe.
You definitely got me with a good one there. I'm gonna say that. I like that answer. What else you got for us? I think you got one more, right?
No, I said it was Piccolo, Frieza,
Oh yeah,
Popo.
Frieza. I don't know why I forgot about Frieza. You know, I didn't think about villains, to be
Well, I
honest.
was.
I did like Cell. I kind of like. Obviously, you had the Frieza cockiness, which I liked.
Do you want to change your top three now that you're
No,
thinking? Oh, okay. I'm
no.
just
My top three are still my top three. What? Vegeta's my favorite fucking villain. I'm sorry. The Saiyan Saga. He was ruthless, even to his own. Rest in peace, Nappa. Um, like there,
Ghost Snapper.
he was a driven villain, and when his plan fell apart, he was like, "I'm here to fight you, take you either with me or put you in the ground, and then destroy your planet, and then
See,
go continue with my dream."
I like Cell as a character as like he just wanted a good fight, which is the sand cells in him. So if you couldn't give him a
Mhm.
good fight, like he would just end everything. But he was also a sore loser, which is
Oh yeah,
Frieza.
definitely.
So, which is kind of also if you look and watch Dragon Ball Z Battle of the God, no, not Battle of the Gods, Resurrection F. When he lost, he just said "fuck it" and blew up the planet,
Yep.
knowing he would live.
Which is what he did in the Frieza saga or
Kind of,
Namek
yeah.
saga, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, he blew up Namek.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because he was losing.
Yeah, he was. So they never explained that, did they? That like Frieza never trained.
Oh, once Resurrection F came out, they explained that he never trained.
So he
I
was
don't
just
remember it being mentioned beforehand.
no.
But then again, I guess it could have been during the Trunk saga that it was explained. There's always that possibility. But no, no, I'm positive it was Resurrection F is when it was first explained that Frieza never trained a day in his life. and then he trained for 6 months and got the golden form.
So, if I'm gonna go with my top three, my number one is definitely Tien. Just because of the underratedness and the willingness to fight and not give up. Like, he's just like, no, I'm not gonna just sit here and watch this happen. I'm gonna go and do something. He's not a coward. He should have definitely. I feel like they should do more with Tien instead of just making him fodder. Which in Tournament of Power they kind of did right by Tien, but I think they should do better by him. I think they should explain his third eye a little bit better, or use it more
Well,
to.
I thought that was explained in Dragon Ball.
It might have been. I
I
haven't
thought
watched
that
Dragon
was
Ball in
what it
so
was
long
at first.
that I can't remember. But that might be why he can do the tri beam.
Because I believe it was surgically implanted, correct?
But I don't remember.
Venom?
It's been so long since I've seen Dragon Ball.
That's why I kind of was trying to refer to Venom here, because I believe he was bigger in the Dragon Ball than he was Z.
It wasn't Tien like the first quote unquote evil or villain character that got turned over to the good side, if you don't count Yamcha as being a bandit or a bandit. I don't really feel like Yamcha did it. Oh no, never mind. You got.
No, because then
What's
Yamcha
his
tried to
face?
kill him.
I can't remember. I really got to go back and watch Dragon Ball. I can't remember.
See, I keep thinking it was something about a pit trap, but I can't remember.
But I don't, because I feel like Yamcha's been like a part of the crew for a long time.
Right?
Then you've got
And then cry when we get up to Ader.
I'm blanking on the pig. What's his name?
Oolong?
Yeah, Oolong was kind of a dickhead before Tien. But like anybody with like a real threat, like Tien was technically defeated Goku before Vegeta got to defeat Goku, and Goku was holding back.
Yeah.
So did Vegeta really defeat Goku?
We are not getting into that argument. You're going for the Majin Vegeta Goku fight, aren't you?
Yeah, I've tried to trigger you a little bit.
Hey,
but-
I'm sorry. Goku turned his stand back, let his guard down. You want to get into that argument? Or can we just continue with your list?
Well, technically, he did knock him out, but
I don't know. Last I checked, there was Z's.
but
He was out until Vegeta died.
last I knew, that was a stupid move on Vegeta's part because he died moments after.
Well, no shit. Like I said, my favorite character makes the dumbest decisions.
Letting Cell become perfect.
But
Hey, to
I
be fair,
respect-
in
respect
Resurrection
why.
F, he
I respect
did
why.
he did do a smart move by killing Captain Ginyu right away
Mm-hmm.
and not letting him change bodies again.
No, see, but Vegeta hates gimmicks like that, which is another thing I liked about him. He like use your own power.
Yeah.
You know. I don't know. I think he really showed in the Tournament of Power arc. But continue.
However-
Sorry.
So, if I'm gonna go like my second favorite, I think I'm gonna have to go with Hit. Hit was probably the coolest character that immediately got dumbed down, which sucks.
What do
His
you mean
time
got
skip
dumbed down?
ability was pretty badass. What?
What do you mean by he got dumbed down?
He immediately got dumbed down by the Tournament of Power because of everybody else that was way stronger than him. like if you
Yeah.
remember, Goku was obsessed with fighting Hit again, and all these other guys way stronger now. Like he didn't really care about Hit after that. Like
But see,
I
Hit
know he
was
had a
also
fight with him, but I don't think it lasted
see.
very long.
Here's the thing, though. Hit was handicapped in the Tournament of Power. Hit
Yeah, he
is an
couldn't kill anybody,
assassin.
but he was also
Hit
handicapped
killed.
in the Universe 6 and 7 tournament too. He wasn't allowed to kill
Yes.
anybody.
Yes, and the only reason why he won that was because Goku used Kaioken while Super Saiyan Blue, and his body gave out.
He didn't win. I think they both lost or something.
No,
Oh yeah, he did win.
he gave up at the end
Yeah,
for the Manaka thing. Um,
yeah, yeah. I
but
remember.
if he was able, because when he was able to go and assassinate Goku, he killed Goku. Sure, Goku had
Oh yeah, he killed him,
set
and
up where he could
he shot the
resuscitate himself, but still,
yeah, but yeah, he killed Goku, but
he couldn't touch it. Like they had a good flurry of blows with each other, but Hit always had the advantage. And if Hit could have now, am I gonna say he could have beat Jiren? I don't know. If I think
no,
Jiren
he
could have
couldn't.
just killed everybody
It was shown that he
instantly.
couldn't
So
because he couldn't even hold Hit, or he couldn't hold Jiren in his time skip thing or time prison or whatever
yeah,
it
but
was.
there's a difference between a killing blow and a
Yeah,
a lockdown.
I mean, I guess if Jiren didn't know it was coming, he definitely would kill him. But
Like
I hate
I don't know.
Jiren, to be
He
honest with
wasn't a
you.
bad character. I'm definitely not saying he was bad. I don't think he got dumbed down though. You know, he was an assassin. He wasn't a martial artist.
Yeah, but
You
like
know,
his abilities and like in the Tournament of Power, you expected him to be a huge threat, and he just like what did he really do? Because I don't really feel like he did a whole lot. He saved shit, what's his face once, and I think he saved Goku once. Actually, am I misremembering that, or did he not save Goku from elimination?
I cannot confirm nor deny. I don't
I
remember.
feel like he did because I feel like Champa was pissed because he saved Goku. But
See, I knew they fought alongside each other when Goku went to back him up when he was getting double teamed.
that might have been what I'm remembering, but I can't remember. God, I really gotta go through these episodes and watch them again. But Hit is
Honestly, I
like
thought there
number
was a lot
two
of
because I just like his personality and his like no like just get it over with. And his
straightforward.
time skip was a really cool maneuver.
It was
It
a
was,
nice concept. It was a nice change of pace.
and then it was kind of cool to learn that Goku also did it to defeat Hit. If you remember in the Resurrection F saga, they explained it as Goku was forcing himself. No, was it Resurrection F?
No, it was definitely during the Universe 6 and 7 tournament,
Yeah,
and
okay.
it was
Goku was forcing
uh
himself into the future to dodge his attack.
wasn't forcing himself into the future, more predicting.
No, I
Once
literally
he understood,
I
once he
just watched
understood
it
how
today.
hits move worked,
That's
it
how
was
no.
more
King Kai
prediction.
said this to Goku. I watched this today. He said you were forcing yourself into the future with the Kaioken, and you weren't predicting his moves. You were forcing yourself into the future. Those were words that King Kai said.
I do not remember that.
Yeah, he was forcing himself into the future, so he would dodge his move because it was a whole key thing that Goku had going on at the time.
Hmm. Hey, look at that! I'm wrong on something.
Yeah, I just watched that today. I was scrolling through shorts and that popped up. A lot of Dragon Ball stuff's been popping up in my shorts lately. But yeah, that popped up. Also, I feel like Hit is a character that should come back into the Super. I guess Super's over with, ain't it?
I don't know what they plan on doing now. I know I don't know if they plan on going up to where the manga ended.
Well, I
don't
feel
know.
like Hit should show back up in the series again. How they would use him,
Pretty
I
shows up
don't
there in the
know, but
Moro arc. I haven't read the manga, but I'm pretty sure it hits in the Moro arc.
I haven't read the manga either. I is it been converted to English?
The manga? I think so.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll have to pick it up and read it. But so Hit's number 2, and number 3. I honestly have to go with Android 18 as being like,
Really? You went with 18?
yeah. And the only reason why is because she was like one of the first badass women in Dragon Ball who actually could kick somebody's
Motherfucker, we
ass.
had Chi-Chi and Bulma.
Who couldn't break Vegeta's arm.
Dude, they had the strongest characters in the show on a leash.
And
How many times did Chi-Chi kick Goku's ass?
Goku could have wiped the floor with her
I
if he
don't-
wanted to. He has respect.
Your answer isn't wrong. I'm not saying anything like that. I just don't accept that she was one of the first strong. No! We can go back to Dragon Ball Chi-Chi. And she was still more of a badass.
She's still the most badass woman in Dragon Ball. Now.
I'm gonna beat this man with a crowbar.
Yeah, well, how
Do
many arms of Vegeta have people broken?
I don't know. He gets his ass kicked quite a bit.
He got his. She broke 2 of his arms and made him go at a blonde. So she kicked his ass and also made him reflect. So she's so. So is Krillin the strongest then? Because he reigned in 18.
Man, she had a fetish for short bald men, right?
18 was still a badass character.
No, she was. I would, like I said, I'm not saying your answer's wrong. I just didn't accept that she was the first strong woman character in the show. I just couldn't accept that.
Yeah, but Chi-Chi wasn't strong. She just had martial arts knowledge.
Are you saying a character that was capable of destroying a planet first? Okay, yeah. Okay, if we're going, but like, okay, that's no, you know what?
If you want
Okay.
to put all the wives up into a battle, 18's gonna win.
Well, yeah, because she's an android, and the other two are just basic ass humans.
Yeah, well,
But-
maybe they should trade. I still
Continue,
like 18.
continue.
This is my number 3. So
Well, that's not wrong.
she could kill. Who could she kill? Can they actually? Has that ever been? It must have been. So androids can train, can't they, and become stronger?
No.
Then how the heck is 17 and 18 stronger in the Tournament of
Because
Power?
they're androids. They don't run out of stamina or anything like that.
Yeah.
Sure, like I guess to a point, their response they can work on. And I think that's why 17 was able to keep up with Goku. Well, actually, I don't know, because Piccolo technically lost. Well, 17 got his ass kicked by Cell then. See,
Piccolo
like I
didn't
said, now
lose.
we're into the power levels are bullshit fucking scheme of things.
Yeah, but Piccolo also fused with Kami to get that power.
I know, but he still lost to 17. So
No, he didn't.
Piccolo.
Because
If
Cell
that fight
showed
was
up.
not interrupted by Cell,
Yeah, but
Piccolo lost,
he didn't lose. He hadn't lost yet.
but he was going to. He
But
was not going to
he
win.
had 17 on the ropes. I'm pretty sure I'm remembering he had 17 on the ropes,
He
and then Cell showed up.
he didn't have 17 on the ropes. I promise you that very much.
Oh,
He
you're
was
right.
not.
No, you're right.
He was not going to win
He
that.
he was losing stamina or energy
Yes.
quickly. Yeah,
He,
you're right. Yeah, I
17 could go forever, while Piccolo had the limitation of that.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. I miss. Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe they could with their androids. Like honestly, because they can't gather energy, they don't raise their power levels, they can't sense power levels.
yes, I can.
No, they can't.
I thought 18 had sense power, showed that she could
No,
sense her
that's why
power
they had
level.
to. That's why they had to go to all the locations that they knew Goku might be at.
Yeah, but I feel like later on, like she was able to sense like power levels, and then like 17 knew somebody was like Goku was showing up. I don't know. That's in Super, so everything changed in
You know
Super.
that isn't super, and that does change things, and that's a time period gap. I'm positive when they first and in the Cell Saga they couldn't. I can say that they couldn't sense power
Well,
levels.
they probably didn't know how
Yeah, probably. Because
because
obviously 18
Vegeta
and
didn't know
17
how to
still
sense
had a
power levels.
relationship between that time, and obviously Krillin knew how to sense power levels and would teach 18.
Yeah, and Vegeta didn't know how to sense a power level. He had to use the Scouter, and he learned how to do it when
He
he.
learned how to do it by watching.
Yeah.
It was never explained to him. Once he figured out that they could
Well,
sense
no,
power levels,
I know.
he figured
I
that
get
out on
that.
his
I'm just
own.
saying, like he didn't know you could do that
I know, I'm just saying
until he
that's
saw
a
it.
test of how great he was of a character.
I mean,
Learned shit on his
he's a
own,
great
didn't need
character,
no
but
teacher.
he can never beat Goku.
Um, Technically, neither of them have ever won against each other, except for during the Buu saga when Goku let his guard down and Vegeta knocked his ass out.
Yeah, but Vegeta still takes the L.
Yeah, you can't just say he takes the L when he actually took the W.
Man, he could be dead. Actually, he would have been if Goku didn't save him from Krillin stabbing him with the sword.
That is true.
So
And I want
Vegeta
to
would have been
say
defeated by
he
Krillin.
broke Goku's body, which Goku would technically would have been beaten, and Goku's son and friends had to come and save his ass. So
Man, to be fair,
technically,
Vegeta had to
yeah,
cheat and go into his Ozara form.
he did not cheat. That was in that. Hey, that was at his disposal, and it wasn't his fault that Goku lost his tail.
Yeah, well, he could.
Goku had the same option, but had to have his tail removed when he was a kid.
Yeah, but to be
That's his fault.
fair, like he didn't fight. He couldn't handle him in his normal state like Goku was, and
No, because see, Goku had to use the Kaioken, which
oh my
amplified his
god.
basic power. So, see, they both used something that amplified their power. Oh, I can argue this all day. Like I said, dude, that's my favorite arc and my favorite freaking fight.
I don't know about favorite fight, but
It is. Because I felt like it was the. Now, see, like I said, I did watch Dragon Ball after, and I will give the King. No, Piccolo Jr. Goku fight. I will give that one its
Piccolo
props. That was
Jr.
a damn good fight. I didn't expect Dragon Ball to have like
You mean Vegeta, Vegeta Jr. and Vegeta and Goku Jr.
what the hell are you talking about? I ain't
I could
talking
have.
about that shit.
Wait, I'm confused. That was a thing.
I know that's a thing. That's a GT thing. We're not
Oh,
talking
okay,
about that
yeah,
shit.
okay, yeah, yeah. No, I know what you're
No, I'm
talking
talking about in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Go. What is it? Teen Goku versus Piccolo Jr.
Yeah. This is
And I think that was the last fight between Goku and Piccolo.
Piccolo knew how to fly and Goku didn't, right?
Yeah. Could he fly at that time?
I remember.
I don't think
No,
he
he
did.
could not. I don't think he could.
I think Goku had to like
I don't
use
think he
like
learned how to fly
ki to get
until
up in the
Z.
air or something like that. He had to use a blast out of his feet.
I don't think he could at that time.
It's good to hear your voice. Sorry that we've taken over the show.
No, you're good, dude.
He's
It's
like, oh,
almost
he's like, you
it's
guys
kind
talk
of
about
nice
Piccolo.
in a
So
backseat.
he's like, you guys talk about Piccolo. I got to talk about this.
See, that's how I am in the when we do the sports. That's how I am. It's like I'm here, I'm listening. It's just I'm just listening.
Yeah, that podcast is gonna be chock full of shit tomorrow.
Um,
So now that we've talked about that, what do you think like the most overrated character is?
Goku.
Mm,
I mean, he's main character, so I guess if you want to go
yeah,
the
but
easy
he's
route,
got that.
if you
I
want to go
mean,
the easy
you
route,
can
say
you can
Goku.
He's
make
got
the argue that
fucking plot
every main,
armor and it's bullshit.
you can make the argument that every character is like every main character is overrated
Exactly.
because they got plot armor, you know. Like
But all right, not going main character wise, most overrated. Shit, actually, honestly, that's actually a little bit of a hard one.
Well, I'll Venom. Unless you got one right off the bat, I could go.
nah,
I
go
think
for it.
Jiren was pretty overrated.
Who?
Jiren. I just
See,
I didn't like
go ahead.
Jiren like at all. Like through the whole tournament of power, it's just like this. I'm so badass, and I'm just gonna sit here and do absolutely nothing until the end. Your universe is on the line. You're so badass that you could defeat everybody that's in the ring. Why aren't you doing it? That's where I think he's overrated. Like he's just they build him up to be so great, and I don't.
He was
I don't know the
he was
words to
technically
describe
given
like
orders to only
what
take care of certain people,
I know, but I just
save his energy to the end because he was the wild card. Let everyone burn themselves out.
but he still lost in the end. So he's
Cause of plot armor.
I know, but like he's overrated. It's just the like he's this awesome character that could just flick his finger and they're gone. Like Goku had to like get Ultra Instinct to fight against him. Like I didn't like the build up to Jiren.
Oh, no, I
And that
didn't
he's
mind
so
him.
much better than a candidate for God of Destruction in their universe. Wouldn't you want to go for somebody who's got more potential for the God of Destruction? And if your argument's going to be that Goku should have been the God of Destruction next for Universe 7, Goku doesn't want it. Which is, I think Vegeta's being groomed for it? Or
I
was.
think that's where he gets. I think that's why Vegeta gets his ultra ego form.
Yeah, which is, I think,
See, I say I
the
think
most
because
OP
I don't read the manga,
form.
don't plan on doing it unless that's literally I get no more anime.
I don't see them stopping Dragon Ball. They'll continue it. That's why they've got Toro involved when they did. I think. To be honest, I feel like Toriyama knew something was gonna happen. That's why he got somebody else involved with it all. But I don't want to go down that road. But I think Dragon Ball will continue. But that is an OP form. by the way. Every bit of damage that you take makes you stronger. Even though it is a pretty true form to the sand.
What form?
A true form to a sand. Like the
What?
the Kenzai boost or the
Oh, the Zenkai boost?
Zenkai boost, thank you, yeah. That is a pretty true form to the sands. Like you get your ass kicked, you get stronger. So you take damage, you get stronger. So that's a pretty cool thing to actually do. But I'm gonna go with Jiren as the most overrated character.
You got anyone, Venom?
You guys might think I'm crazy, but I gotta go with Krillin.
Yeah,
Ever since I
Oh,
can
yeah.
remember, I've always thought of Krillin as a whiny little bitch.
yeah, and he just got bodied most of the time.
Like, granted, he is the most powerful human in
But
the Dragon Ball universe.
Tien.
yeah, but see, that's the thing. But is he?
Probably, I mean,
I
I
think Krillin
think
would body him.
I think it's one of those deals where yeah, he is, but he's too much of a bitch to use it.
He does show that.
Like, don't get me wrong, Krillin's strong, especially when it comes to the humans. I just don't see how he's stronger than Tien. You know, we saw like who was the first one eliminated? Was Tien was the first one eliminated, but
No,
like
Krillin
who was
was.
the first one? Who
Krillin was the first one eliminated in the Tournament of Power.
Yeah,
was it? Krillin?
Tien was second or third. I think he was after. He was before Master Roshi. Yeah, Krillin
Yo,
was the
Master
first
Roshi
one.
was badass in the Tournament of Power. I will say that. I think that was for me the greatest showing for Master Roshi.
Yeah, they did. They did Master Roshi really well in the Tournament of Power. Like they didn't show off his strength, just more of what he knew what to do. And he did show strength when he needed to.
Everything was calculated for the most part, as much as he could, going along with the battle.
yeah.
And then him dying. That was one of them like arm hair raising moments.
I I actually know who mine is.
All right.
Are you done with yours? You got nothing else to say?
No. Oh no.
All right, mine's gonna be that bitch ass Frieza. Never trained a goddamn day in his life. Trains for 6 months. Catches up to people who have been freaking in battles and everything for years.
Yeah, imagine if he did train.
He fell asleep. Finally heard back from him.
I mean, he could join now if he wants to. I mean, that's a pretty good argument, but I love Frieza. I love and hate Frieza.
Sorry.
Like when
All right. Yes. So, yeah, sorry. I freaking really got focused into that message, making sure I typed everything right.
Do-do-do-do-do.
But yeah, that's my choice. And dude,
Pay to be wrong.
listening to him talk, like, don't get me wrong, he's definitely fucking evil, and I love that. But his voice, I hate even the original voice, the original Japanese voice. I just can't.
Really? You don't like Frieza's voice?
No.
It just reminds me of like a 1940s gangster. Like, yeah, see?
No. See, I can get along with that. It sounds nothing like that. It sounds like I'm a whiny bitch. Daddy, help me.
Well,
No, that's Krillin.
to be fair, his dad's no longer around. Trunks took care of that.
Yeah, when he took care of him. And then Frieza's like, you know what? Let Daddy stay in the ground. This shit's mine now.
I always felt like actually at like the beginning of that saga, I felt like they did Frieza wrong in
They
the
did what?
in the immediate like go and attack Earth like right away, even though you know Goku's stronger than you and will kill you immediately. Like I really don't feel like Frieza's that dumb.
Oh, I do. Considering all he thought about, and every time he runs into Goku, all he talks about is my revenge.
Well,
So
yeah,
yeah,
but
it
I
makes
don't.
sense. And him never training a day in his life, yeah, it makes sense.
I just don't see like confronting a threat to you, like, cause they explained it like he got more power with the like
With his augmentations.
enhancements that they gave him, but obviously wasn't enough because Trunks sliced him in half. But
Yeah, and Trunks was weathered or conditioned from fighting the androids, though. Not anywhere on their level, but definitely much stronger than Frieza at that time.
yeah, one
And
thing I
Goku
did
was
hate,
definitely much stronger than Trunks at that time because of his training on Yardrat.
one thing I did hate about Dragon Ball is their explanation of why present our main timeline Trunks and Gohan are not Trunks and Goten can easily become Super Saiyan. And they say it for Goten because Goku was a Super Saiyan, but Trunks was born before Vegeta became a Super Saiyan. So why is Trunks so easily able to go to Super Saiyan?
For the love of the game.
Is it because he can watch his dad go into Super Saiyan?
No. See, I thought they gave the same reason for Trunks, too. I'm just trying to make sure I got the timeline right, because.
Because in the future timeline, Trunks was born before the cell or before the. Well, I guess they never really said when Vegeta became Super Saiyan. So he could have became Super Saiyan before he conceived Trunks, but I just I don't understand how.
Okay. Alright, Vegeta, I do believe. See, did him and Bulma hook up before or after he left?
See, I don't
Alright.
know. I just know that's the
Yeah,
explanation on why
okay.
they're able to
So,
do it.
Trunks was conceived after Vegeta came back from space, I believe. I could be wrong on this, but I believe because Vegeta came back all battered, he had broken ribs and crap. And I do believe when he was out in space is when he had his breakthrough to become a Super Saiyan.
Yeah, but when he came back battered, he never showed any signs of being able to go Super Saiyan.
Yes, but
He was still
but
pissed
when
that Goku could go Super Saiyan and he couldn't.
yeah, but when Vegeta goes to his flashback for how he became a Super Saiyan, it shows him back out on space in an asteroid.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily mean he couldn't just
And that's
gone
when he was
back.
talking about that's when he had his breakthrough. So he had it when he was out in space. So even though he came back and never shown any signs, it was his ace up his sleeve. It was going to be what he was going to use after they destroyed the androids to use against and surprise Goku with.
Uh, yeah, I guess that could explain it. Because I think in the future, Future Trunks, Vegeta didn't have Super Saiyan. Like, I think he got
I don't know. I thought when
murked
they
by it.
showed, I thought when they showed everyone dying off, in their little silhouettes, I swear Vegeta had yellow hair, but I could be
I
wrong.
don't think he did. But I
I don't
mean,
know. Eh,
that's always how they
Watching that
explained
one
it. And I
again
always
wouldn't be a
thought it was
bad.
like odd that like Future Trunks had to like work for it and mainline Trunks didn't. Like, I don't know. It never made sense. It's probably a plot hole they never been able to correct. But one thing I will always say that Dragon Ball did correct was the time travel and how it Future Trunks came back and it didn't fix his timeline. It just created an alternate timeline. Like, whenever shows try to do time travel, they always do it wrong. And I always felt like Dragon Ball did it
We're
right.
not gonna argue the theories of time travel.
Yeah,
There's no
but
right or wrong. But
I'm
yes, I
just
like
saying
the
they did it the
concept of
right way.
Dragon Ball. Yeah.
In show wise, they did it the right way without being able to have a bunch of holes in it. Because if you just create separate timelines, then obviously your main timeline is just going to be the same no matter what happens in a future timeline or a past timeline that you go to. Your main timeline is always going to stay the same no matter what. That's why I always liked Dragon Ball's concept of time travel more than other people who try to do time travel and show how it changes this and that, and then it's just like, oh, plot hole here, 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 and here because this didn't change, that didn't change, this didn't change. I always liked that.
What's up, BJ?
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
Welcome back to the land of the living.
Oh my God, let me tell y'all, I I started building my PC. It come to find out that there's an extra PCIe cable I needed,
Mm-hmm.
and on the it was a little bit confusing talking to customer service, but the box I have and on the website it advertises 2 cords coming, but when I open it up, only one came. So I was talking to them to see what was going on with that. So ultimately, they said, "My bad. We'll send you another cable." So I
Okay.
had this nice PC sitting here right on top of my desk that I can't even touch yet, and it's just looking at me like ready to be played.
First, you're finally upgrading. Holy shit.
Yeah,
Two, I feel for you.
it's been 84 years.
84 years.
Anyway, so BGA, we've been discussing Dragon Ball. Obviously, is the topic of this
Dragon
segment.
Ball and anything Toriyama.
So,
Yes.
when you heard the news of Toriyama, what was your first thoughts on that?
You know what? Honestly, it set things into perspective for me.
Yeah.
It gives you the grim reality that the things that we had growing up and stuff is slowly coming to an end
Well,
in
and
a sense.
and that and like was like 68 years old. Like nowadays,
Yeah.
68 is not old.
Yeah.
Well, he also had a brain aneurysm,
Yeah, that didn't help, but
which
still.
can happen at any time. Like we
Right.
could
Yeah.
be talking right now, and boom, you have a brain aneurysm.
Well, that's
Like,
kind of
it
what
just
I'm getting at. Like, it just if that didn't happen, we would have several years of more of his work, and we don't.
And it's just, it just crazy. It's like growing up, seeing this and see how it's thriving over the course of several decades, and it's crazy to see that that shit life.
Freaking Dragon Ball is like generational. Like it's
Yeah,
gone through several generations and is still here to this day. We're still talking about it. It's still very prevalent.
which is amazing, but it's sad. Just huh.
We were we had discussed like Mount Rushmore, and we were like, Toriyama is on that Mount Rushmore, like along with like Stanley.
Yeah.
Like
Oh
these,
yeah.
them two are like the creators of things that we love, and
Yeah, that I definitely agree. But I wonder, like, they probably have stuff in place just in case something like this happens. But like,
I
will
think
the show still go on?
I think they were saying like there was stuff he was working on, like as of now, like up until he died, there was stuff he was working on that he hadn't finished yet. So I think they will go with what he had worked up with until this point and then try to just carry on the series after.
Will it be the same?
But I was talking
Hell
to
no.
Wrath the other day about it. I was like, Dragon Ball kind of dies with him though. Like it's not gonna be the same.
Like,
Yeah,
unless he's, yeah,
I was actually checking a couple of sources right now, just seeing if anyone's chatted about the future of if there was any official announcements.
And
Yeah, I was.
I got none for you yet.
Oh,
mm, this is all still fresh. I'm pretty sure we have something.
I feel like they will release his works. They won't just leave it under wraps. Just out of the respect of him, and they will
Yeah,
carry on with Dragon Ball. It won't be Toriyama's work. I mean, it's kind of the same when you look at like Stan Lee's work after death. It's like all his character. It's like you look at it. It's like that's not the same. It's the same, but it's not.
yeah.
so what I found, just a quick little Google search. Apparently he was working on the Dragon Ball Super manga currently,
And
or up
Um,
until his death. And it will continue.
is that is
Um,
that is that according to Sportskeeda or whatever?
yeah.
Yeah, if you read further on, it explains that it's not certain, and there's no official acknowledgement about it yet.
I think they will just
That's the
because
same article
fans
I was
wanna
just reading.
wanna
Uh,
see it continue because they don't want to see it just go away.
Yeah.
So I think they will continue it. It just won't be the same. And to like furthermore, like when this like came up, I think it was like the only celebrity death that I've like honestly been kind of upset about. Like I've never really cared about a celebrity died. Well, okay, my life still goes on. But like when Toriyama's death was like announced, I was just like, holy shit.
All right, sorry, you have my attention again. I couldn't find anything.
But anyway, as we were discussing, BGA, we talked about our top 3 characters in
Ooh.
the Dragon Ball franchise. So that goes from Dragon Ball all the way up to Super and beyond. If you know characters beyond it, beyond the anime.
I guess if you're in the manga.
Yeah.
But we're
So
talking of Toriyama's work. We're not talking about those stupid movie characters.
Gotcha.
even though some of them are pretty good, but
Oh, don't get me wrong. I liked Cooler. I thought his design was awesome.
Broly is a design of Toriyama, and has also been brought in to Super because of Toriyama. So I will say that I will give Broly the leg up on that.
Okay, I guess we're gonna go movies. I guess just no one ever went to movies.
No, that's the one character is all that I'm saying. But anyway, go ahead, BGA.
So, number one, I have to say, Team Gohan back during the Cell games.
All right, we could just stop this questioning now. We can end the video.
Why? What's wrong?
Unfollow, dislike.
I don't
Why?
necessarily hate this answer, to be honest with you, because Team Gohan, like at the end of the Cell saga, it was kind of cool with the father and son Kamehameha. Like that was pretty awesome.
That's
It
my
was-
second overrated freaking character right there, Team
Come
Gohan.
on. No. No.
Okay, there is no wrong answer. There is no wrong answer. I'm sorry, I'm giving you shit. I'm
No,
sorry.
it just, he's one of my favorites because, you got this boy, I'm pretty sure he'd rather hit the books than anything rather than be there. But
That was actually his
mean-
whole character, like arc was the he wanted to be a scholar. In the anime it made it seem like his mom Chi Chi wanted him to be, but he
Yeah.
actually it was his dream to actually do that.
and then it just I just get goosebumps. Like I be on YouTube rewatching this over and over again when he reaches limits, especially with Android 16. And that's where I was gonna go to next as my second character. It just they both like go so well together. Like they both
Like peanut butter
peaceful
and jelly.
beings. Yeah. Or peanut butter and peanut butter if you want to have a good time. And it just I don't know, it just that whole scene was perfect from 16's demise into Gohan getting the realization that to achieve peace that he got to go to war.
I liked it, like from the point of, so when 16 got killed, he became Super Saiyan 2 and just destroyed the Cell Juniors. But I also like the fact that he was a teen and cocky. So in being cocky, he got his father killed in the process.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you mean he pulled a Vegeta?
Yeah, sorta. Except for he figured he was going to be able to defeat him, and he would have been able to defeat him. He just
So
got
he
cocky.
pulled a Vegeta?
Like as soon as he punched 18 and or not 18, Cell in the gut, and it made him spit out 18, and he went to imperfect Cell. Like he would have killed him. Like no questions asked. And it just he didn't, and he wanted to make him suffer more. And it's actually that's a trait of the Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
So more than the trait of Vegeta.
And I feel like
smart ass.
What?
You said what?
I was being a smart ass.
I know. I'm just
Zombie, you always being a smart ass.
Well, yeah, that's my job.
so.
Yeah,
I
I'm
actually
sorry.
like that answer just because of, like, in that whole arc right there. There was like a whole character arc in just that one thing with Teen Gohan.
Thank you. That's what I was going to say. And he learned a very valuable lesson. And he never did it again. He never let his overconfidence get the best of him. Since then, he learned that mistake that got his father killed. And he was locked in. That's why I respect him so much. What you say?
Guys, he did not learn his lesson because now we can just reference Super. And no, I'm not talking about the Cell Max movie. I am literally talking
That's a different thing.
the series.
Yeah.
When they're training for the Universal Tournament, Piccolo tells him he was being cocky.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, I go back even further. Bulwark, when he was Ultimate Gohan, pulled the same bullshit again, and what happened? Got his ass snatched up. Or got Gotenks snatched up.
No, we're not going
what
to talk about that.
happened? He was gonna be able to defeat Super Boo, but Super Boo
So
outsmarted him.
technically, he did it 2 more times.
No.
And if you want to talk about the movie,
No, he got
third.
outsmarted, is what ended up happening. And Goten and Trunks didn't help by fusing.
I know, but the thing was, he could have ended the fight sooner, but instead, and he even goes into monologue about how he screwed up and could have ended it. Instead, his friends and family got taken from him again.
No, he still can do no wrong.
Oh my fucking! I hate Gohan fans. Almost as much as I hate Goku fans.
But my last character might come to a surprise to y'all, but it's actually Bulma.
I can respect that.
She been around since day one. And, it had an important role to play every time. So I respect her character, for being such a important one. And then she's smart as hell. I think what was it? Who she bailed out with her inventions and stuff like that. I don't know, she helped Trunks go back to the past with I think either the time machine she built or was it the corporation that built it?
She built.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So yeah. But an honorable mention goes to Freezer.
Freezer?
Yeah, Freezer. Freezer is just an asshole.
Who?
Freezer.
Who?
Freezer.
Oh, Freezer. Okay.
Were you
now,
referencing?
who the hell is Freezer?
Were you referencing DBZA?
Sorry, I'm just waking up.
Oh nope, he was not.
And I'm like, is he talking about that Frieza race, Frieza's ancestor from the Bardock movie?
Oh my god.
That dude's name was Chilled.
Chill. Wait, are you for real?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I watched the Bardock movie.
You're right. It's Lord Chilled.
Bro, what's with all the
Oh man,
Frieza, Cooler, Chilled? Wasn't
Yeah,
the
they're
father
and then
There was a
what's that?
play on cold is the reason why. It's the
What
same
was
thing for
Universe's
the
fix for Frieza's
sands
name?
the sands, how they're a play on vegetables.
Hey, what was Universe's Six's Frieza's name?
Frost.
Frost. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
and what was the dad name? King Cole or something like that?
Yeah. They were a play on cold stuff.
Well,
Just
I'm
like the
pretty sure
sands
the
were
manga.
a play on vegetables. Raditz, Nappa, Kakarot, Vegeta was vegetable.
You know what? I never thought of it like that. Holy shit.
Yeah. Vegeta's just a veggie. He's a veg.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why people use that joke. I've heard that one quite a few times.
And then Vegeta's all mad because he can't be a carrot. Kakarot.
Carrot
Oh my
cake.
god, are you going
Oh yeah, I'm going
DBA?
DBZA. Yeah. That's actually how I learned about the whole play on
Oh
the
man, I
vegetable
know what
thing.
scene it is. It was the hyperbolic scene too, where Goku's coming out.
I wish I was a carrot.
Oh man, that is too funny.
Um. Okay. Now this is your favorite. So I actually put some thought into this. Who was the best villain? Now you can even go movies on this.
Best villain?
Best villain. Like,
I think you know mine. And I love Cooler more than I like Frieza. Because I feel like Cooler's more Cell like. Like he's more cunning and not over dramatic as Frieza. Like he knows what he's up against. So he's not gonna pull punches like as much as Frieza would.
all right. So we have Cooler. Who next?
I will say I hated Metal Cooler, by the way. I thought that was a joke.
Honestly, I like Metal Cooler.
What?
I did.
Why? Is it just
Honestly,
because Vegeta was there?
no.
I I hated the Getty
He
Star.
got his ass handed to him in that shit.
Yeah,
Fuck, man.
got
It would
kicked
have
in the
been better
dick.
if he wasn't
Why?
there. No, I honestly, I liked the concept of Cooler having that life hack for that time. You
It was
know,
a good idea. I didn't like the Getty Star and all. Anyway, we're
I
getting off
did.
track,
The
but
devoured planets, like everything else was about just destroying planets and selling them off in piracy. The big Getty Star was just this big old happened to come together technology, living technology that happened to come into contact with Cooler and was fueled by his revenge. I honestly I felt like that was more of a character development than the original Cooler, which was a ripoff of fucking Frieza.
yeah, but he
Um,
was cooler.
he ain't wrong in both ways. All right, we're gonna get away from that shit now because I can argue that all day. BJ, what you got? I heard you giggle, so you're up.
uh, you said villains, right?
Yep, best villain.
For me, I have to say, Goku Black.
Ooh.
Ooh,
So Zamasu. So is it Goku Black or Zamasu that you're referring? Since Black is Zamasu.
Uh, Zamasu when he took over Goku's
Okay, so
body.
we're saying the character Black itself, not. Got you.
Yeah, that probably get. Wait, no, because they was. It's like who took over Goku's body,
Zamasu.
Zamasu.
and
So
then
Zamasu was
yeah.
working with Zamasu. He was working with himself.
Oh, okay,
A different timeline version of himself.
got it.
One of the wishes he used for the Super Dragon Balls was to take over Goku's body, and that's how. So I wasn't sure. Like I wasn't sure if you were going like Zamasu as in like or Goku Black like as in like Zamasu in the whole figure, like the immortal one and then their fusion. So that's why
Yeah.
I was asking, like, if you're talking about black, are you talking about black just black or the whole Zamasu field? My bad.
Oh no, you good.
Sorry to complicate that.
It's kind of a complicated character.
But I don't care who it is, but that the Rose aura or
Super
whatever
Saiyan
the
Rose.
case may be. yeah, that was super cool.
I
Alright.
think that was a version of Super Saiyan God, wasn't it? Super Saiyan
Yeah,
God Broly.
it pretty much was.
See, I didn't like Goku Black, and just for the fact of it being the character that was supposed to be the evil Goku, I didn't like how they did it.
Well, see, hold on. See, the evil Goku thing, that was all a fan theory.
Well, yeah, no,
You know, that was what
that's
everyone assumed it was going to be. You know, no one kept their mind open to it was another Captain Ginyu situation.
I know, but I didn't
I know I just
I
don't like
didn't
that
like
answer.
that.
I'm sorry.
I I I didn't like that whole concept of just taking over Goku's body. Like, okay. Like no, I wanted like a full like story of like how Goku stayed evil and is now running rampant. But hey, I like the Goku Black being uh, one of the better villains because Goku's supposed to be the best.
All right, so we got a Cooler, we got a Goku Black. What about you, Venom?
Um, I'd have to say probably Piccolo Jr.
Piccolo Jr. All
Yeah,
right, so Piccolo pretty much.
pretty much. Yeah.
Because Piccolo
I can
Jr.
respect
wasn't
that
really.
considering he's always been there.
I would feel like Piccolo Jr.'s not an
Oh
evil
wait,
character.
Well, he wasn't an evil character. He was just avenging his father's death,
Right.
and then fucking. I mean, he trained for how long in the goddamn tournament to get to Goku?
A couple years. Because he was only like 2 or 3 years old by the time
Yeah.
3 or 4 years old by the time Sand Saga occurred. So not really very long. Namekians age fast and then slow.
I don't know. 'Cause, actually, you know that is weird. Cause if you think about it, um, think about
He's
the
not a
the
villain.
growth
Same
rate of
time, he is.
Piccolo.
Yeah.
Think of the growth rate of Piccolo from because Goku killed, well, defeated King Piccolo. What when he was what 10,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they fought in a tournament when Goku was 17 and Piccolo was an adult. Now, if we go into Z and we look at Dende, Dende has grown much slower.
I mean, if you wanted to go scientifical, their orbits could be different and blah blah blah. But it's always been explained that Namekians they, they age fast, like they grow up to adult like maturity fast, and then their aging just slows. But it could also be different because there's also warrior Namekians and then the dragon Namekians that can
That,
create Dragon Balls.
that is true.
Like
And that
Kami.
could be why Piccolo grew up quicker than Dende if we want to give a reason, because they're both dubbed different.
So that could be your reason there.
I like it. And you know, I still truly don't have an answer, but I guess I'm gonna have to say, just out of being, see, I don't know if it, see, I don't know if I would really consider Kid Buu a villain, because all he was chaos.
Oh, he was most definitely a villain.
Well, hold on. What made him a villain? There was no consciousness. All he went to was where there was power and destroyed power. That's all
He
he ever did.
literally just, for the fuck of it, destroyed the Earth.
he
No
destroyed
rhyme
the
or
Earth.
reason for
Well, he destroyed a
wanting to
few
do it. He
planets, and
just
then he was
did it.
gonna destroy uh what is the heaven called there?
That did never happened. That is
Huh?
filler. That's filler. That never happened.
How's that filler?
When he went to Otherworld, that was filler. It never happened. In the anime, it happened, but in the Dragon Ball timeline, it never
What we're
happened.
going off of, and that's still considered canon because it followed the timeline. And I don't understand how. Well, I guess I can see how that's filler, but still.
It's not canon because Toriyama never wrote it. It's literally filler, a filler episode. He never actually went to Otherworld. He just went to.
Okay,
I don't want to get into a just of it, but that's
no,
the
that's fine.
reason.
But still, all he did was destroy. Because would you say Beerus is a villain?
No, because he's a god.
But
But
he
Kid Buu
destroyed.
also has God Ki, supposedly.
See, now, I don't know about that. I like the fan theory of it that, Boo was or it could be, blah, blah, blah. It makes sense. And that's
But
why I said,
Beerus
because
is
all he
also
did was
appointed.
destroy. All he did was destroy. He didn't do anything of malice. He just went to where
But he did it on his
where
own.
someone strong was and fought and then destroyed.
Yeah, but so if you're going to use the argument of Beerus being the destroyer, technically he was appointed to be the destroyer. So he was appointed to take out what was going to bring
Okay,
down the level of the universe. So he was appointed that position to do that.
okay, okay. So let's say because okay, we'll use that. All right. So now Boo never really showed any what's the word I'm looking for?
Also, he ended up going under the control of Bibbidi.
But that's someone else controlling him. That because someone else is manipulating or controlling you does not make you a villain.
Yeah, well,
It
I
makes you a
mean,
puppet.
yeah, so he was controlled by Bibbidi for a long
But
period of time, and then Bobbidi for a short period of time,
yeah,
which is
but
also another play
up
on
by that
words.
point, he absorbed so many. So that's why I'm not. That's why I'm saying Kid Boo and not Boo in general,
Oh,
because
I know.
obviously the other ones have personality versus or not personality, but they talk, they communicate, they show
They also say
intelligence
Kid Buu is
versus
the
Kid Boo,
weakest.
it was just savagery, just basic animal instinct.
Oh, and another thing to say that he is a villain is that they say he's the embodiment of pure evil.
Might be, but that would still just be chaos.
Yeah, but you're still a villain at that point. Like you're
I don't know.
still.
See, I think you have to have an intent. Kid Buu didn't have an intent. He just had a natural beast urge to fight whatever was strong
And
and
eliminate
destroy and be the
everything.
strongest. Like
That
I
make
felt like that's all he was versus Frieza wanted to enslave, destroy.
but that's what made Kid Buu more of a threat of a villain is because he's just willing to say, just I don't care, I'm gonna just destroy everything in my path.
Okay.
I still think he's evil. He's just a different kind of evil.
Well, mine would be Kid Buu. That's my pick.
I love Kid Buu.
But if
Even
someone
though
did
he's
villain,
one of the
right, it was
weaker
Frieza.
versions of Buu.
Huh?
Even though he is one of the weaker versions of Buu.
What, Kid Buu?
Yeah. It has been proven that Buuhan and Buu Tanks is way stronger than Kid Buu.
Interesting.
I think what made Buhan stronger, yeah, granted he had all that strength and his power level, but I don't think his power level was the same as Kid Boo's, but what made Buhan more of a threat than Kid Buu, in my opinion, was the fact that the power he had was of Gohan and Piccolo's and the boys, and his intelligence is what made
Well,
him more dangerous than
I
Kid
think
Buu.
they
Because I do
also
think if
showed.
you're talking power level, Kid Buu was definitely up there.
I'm, I want to say that, like, when they went out, like, it's a kind of official by Toriyama. I can't remember if he actually said it, but I'm almost positive he said Buhan was stronger than Kid Buu.
Well, if you
Like,
ever
he
do
was the
find that,
strongest
send that
version
to
of
me.
Buu.
So if you do find that, please send that to
And
me or
then Buu
to
Tanks
me.
was obviously stronger than Gohan because Gohan couldn't even react to his movements. But
Well, see, I don't know, cause see, before he absorbed anyone, he was getting his ass whooped, and when he absorbs someone, he adds their power to his
yeah,
own. I
so
don't think because
Super Buu was
Gotenks,
getting his ass kicked by Gohan, and then he
that's
absorbed Buu
true, and he got
Tanks,
out.
and Piccolo, and then like Gohan couldn't even predict like his movements whatsoever. And then Goku showed up, and he was gonna fuse with Gohan, and then the fusion ran out, and he ended up becoming like Buu Piccolo and fusing with taking Gohan over and becoming Buhan, and then having to fuse with Vegeta and kicking Buhan's ass. And then what? Oh, he absorbed. No, he turned Vegeta into candy, and then he took everybody, like cut everybody out, and then that's when Kid Buu showed up. Which King, no, not King, Supreme Kai was more afraid of because of his destructive tendencies. Just destroy everything. Which he showed immediately by destroying the Earth.
Alrighty, before we wrap this up, I do want to go over a couple of things that we were talking about earlier before we started that Toriyama did. Venom, do you still have that list?
Say again.
Do you still have that list of things that Toriyama also worked on, like Dragon Age? Right, it was
Yeah,
Dragon Age. No,
Oh,
no, it
Dragon
wasn't
Age, Chrono
Dragon Quest.
Trigger.
Dragon
Not
Quest.
Dragon Age. Yeah, Dragon Quest.
Oh yeah, Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger. He
Yeah,
did the
Chrono
art style.
Yep. Give me just a
Yeah,
second.
see, I knew he did work on Dragon Quest. I haven't played it. I'm positive that was a game, right?
Yeah, Dragon Quest. He
Yeah.
did the art
Yeah,
style for Dragon
So
Quest, and then
yeah,
he also
yeah,
did the
and
art
you could
style
tell by
for.
the main character, just how the look resembles a lot of Goku, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
he did. Let's see. Oh, my timeline's not right here. He did the Slump series.
Dr. Slumps.
Um, Chokin Senshin Cashman.
I've actually never heard of that.
I haven't either. Gogo Ackman. Kosuke Sama. Rikimaru Sam. Of course, all the Dragon Ball Z. He was a part of Godzilla 1985.
What?
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
Looks like there was a manga in the 90s called Pink that he was a part of. And then Dragon Quest, Chrono Trigger, Blue Dragon, Tobal number 1, and Tobal 2. Is everything that I can find right now that he has worked on.
So, like with Dragon Age and Dragon Quest, there was actually supposed to be a remaster of one of these two games coming out, and I think he
Huh.
was supposed to do the art style for those two.
Well, he didn't do anything on Dragon Age. It was only Dragon Quest. Dragon Age was the wrong one.
Yeah, Dragon Quest and the fucking other one. God
Blue
damn it.
Dragon?
What?
Blue Dragon?
No, Chrono Trigger. No. What was the other game he worked on, Venom? You named them both, like right after.
Cobalt Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, Chrono Trigger and Dragon Quest. Those two games, like one of those two games, are supposed to get like a remake. And I think
It's
he was
probably-
supposed to do the.
Oh well,
second-
Chrono just had a remake not that long ago.
So maybe it was gonna be Dragon Age. No, not Dragon Quest. Sorry.
Or maybe it was Chrono Trigger, and you just found out about it after it happened.
No, it was in the works. Like I just recently heard about it.
He
like,
has
maybe.
one video game in production right now. He was credited as a character designer, and it's for Dragon Quest 12.
Never mind. There you go, Mr. Weymouth. You were
Yeah.
correct.
He's also Dragon Ball Daima.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it's
He
a
was in
new
the middle of
series
working
that,
on
that
that.
they're working on or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one episode right now. Um. He also Go Ackman game. Or games, I should say. But his first credit is for Dr. Slump. Arali-chan, Hello Wonder Island, 1981.
It's definitely a weird time to live in now.
Yeah.
That all our great creators are falling.
Oh. He did quite a bunch of character design for a bunch of different stuff. Crusher Joe, Warrior, couple short films.
One thing so to talk about Toriyama himself and not just what he's been working. One thing I loved about Toriyama was he didn't want to be in the limelight. Like he did not want people to talk to him. He just wanted to do his thing, and people just to leave him the heck alone. So he was like me or you that created something amazing and just wanted to be quote unquote a normal person and didn't want to be bothered by like the media. That is one thing I loved about Toriyama. He was definitely a very personable person and didn't want outside people just in his face all the time.
The world of anime is the same.
Well, this
Do
is
we have
the
anything else?
probably the end of it. Does anybody want to have any last words to say on Toriyama?
Toriyama was a legend.
A legend
I
and the
thank
goat.
you for the childhood I got.
I wouldn't say he was a goat.
Ah,
He
he's a
was
goat.
great, but he definitely wasn't the goat.
No, I don't like the whole goat thing, to be honest with you, but he was definitely a legend and will be remembered for a very long time.
Legends never die.
They only multiply.
That's right.
And he did multiple times with multiple different animes copying his art style and his directions. One thing is, I'm wondering if his kid's gonna take over, like the rest of.
Toei Animation.
I would. I don't know, man. Japanese culture with that shit. Like,
yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is it's not
like
here?
so Miyazaki, his son, came out with a film, or he came to his dad, was like, "Hey, I want to be an animator like you." Blah 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 blah. His dad wanted to do something else, so he went off on his own, created like his own film. It did fantastic. Dad disowned him.
See, but Toriyama wasn't an animator. He was a manga writer, which is something we actually never actually talked more about. Is that he was more of a manga writer
Yeah.
and evolutionized the shonen manga and what made it very
Yes.
prevalent. So that is actually one thing we never talked about with Toriyama.
But still, I don't think he's gonna want his kid to take on after him.
Well, we'll see what
I
the
could be
future
wrong.
brings on it.
What? BJ, you got anything to say on it?
Just let's all come together. Oh, and if you like Vegeta, you suck.
Hey, Toriyama thought the same thing.
But no, that's all for me.
Wrath, did you say anything or?
Yes, I did.
Okay, just make sure we all got our time. Venom, did you say anything?
Yes, you did.
Well, I just didn't know if you played off what I had said. Alright, well. This is the end of Three Fools and One Brain Cell Anime Cast. Remembering Toriyama and his great work in Dragon Ball. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
And say bye to Wayman. Don't know when he's gonna be back.
Someday. Bye!